You must focus on you. Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to take a moment to shift your attention inward. In a world constantly vying for our focus, social media, work deadlines, societal expectations, it's easy to lose sight of the most important person in your life. You are the foundation of your success, the architect of your dreams, and the driving force behind your happiness. Yet, how often do we pause to truly invest in ourselves, to discover our unique strengths, refine our skills, and chart a path that aligns with our deepest desires? The journey to fulfillment and success begins when we dare to focus on ourselves, not in a selfish way, but in a way that honors our potential and purpose. Because when you grow, everything around you flourishes. Let's explore why focusing on you is not just a choice, it's a necessity. The power of self-discovery. One of the most profound truths in life is that every individual possesses a unique purpose, a calling that is distinctly their own. Yet, many people go through life without ever uncovering it, not because they lack potential, but because they fail to focus on the one person who matters most, themselves. Self-discovery is not just a luxury, it's the cornerstone of a fulfilled and successful life. When you begin the journey of self-discovery, you unlock a world of possibilities. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a vast, uncharted ocean. You have within you the compass and the ship to navigate it, but without understanding who you are and what you stand for, you'll drift aimlessly at the mercy of the winds and waves. Focusing on yourself allows you to set a clear course, driven by your values, strengths, and aspirations. This process starts with asking some essential questions. What are my passions? What are my strengths? What kind of life do I truly want to live? These questions are not always easy to answer, but they are worth the effort. When you take the time to reflect deeply, you gain clarity. And clarity is power. It allows you to prioritize your goals, make better decisions, and align your actions with your authentic self. But self-discovery isn't a one-time event, it's a continuous process. As you grow, your interests and abilities evolve. That's why it's crucial to periodically reassess where you stand. Are you still on the right path? Are you living a life that feels true to you? If not, it's time to adjust your course. One of the most liberating aspects of self-discovery is realizing that you don't have to fit into someone else's mold. Society often tries to define what success should look like, but true fulfillment comes from defining it for yourself. When you focus on discovering who you are and what you're capable of, you stop living according to other people's expectations and start living according to your own. Remember, your purpose is uniquely yours. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's. And that's what makes it so special. By focusing on you, you give yourself the opportunity to find that purpose, to nurture it, and to let it guide you toward a life that is both meaningful and rewarding. Take the time to discover yourself. Invest in your growth. Listen to your inner voice, and trust that you have everything you need to achieve greatness. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are limitless. Because when you truly know yourself, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The comparison trap. In this age of connectivity, it's easier than ever to fall into the trap of comparison. We scroll through social media, watching carefully curated highlights of other people's lives, successful careers, picture-perfect families, extravagant vacations, and we can't help but compare our reality to their illusion. The result? Feelings of inadequacy, doubt, and dissatisfaction begin to creep in. But today I want to share a liberating truth. Comparison is a thief, and it robs you of your joy, progress, and peace. When you compare yourself to others, you are measuring your journey against someone else's path. But here's the thing, no two paths are alike. Each of us is on a unique timeline, equipped with distinct talents, challenges, and opportunities. The moment you focus on someone else, you lose sight of your own growth. It's like running a race while constantly looking at the lane beside you. It only slows you down and increases the likelihood of stumbling. Think about this, the most successful people in history didn't achieve greatness by trying to replicate someone else's success. They focused on their strengths, harnessed their passions, and carved their own paths. Whether it was an inventor, a visionary entrepreneur, or an artist, their achievements were rooted in individuality, not imitation. How can we break free from the comparison trap? The first step is to shift your focus inward. Instead of asking, "Why don't I have what they have?" ask yourself, "What can I do to become better than I was yesterday?" Growth is a deeply personal process, and the only person you should compete with is the person you were before. Next, remember that what you see on the surface is rarely the full story. Social media, for instance, often presents a filtered version of reality. The success you envy might be the result of years of hard work, struggles, and sacrifices that you're not privy to. Everyone has their battles, and comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel is both unfair and unrealistic. Gratitude is another powerful antidote to comparison. When you focus on the blessings in your life, your health, relationships, skills, and experiences, you realize that you already have so much to be thankful for. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance, allowing you to celebrate your own journey rather than covet someone else's. Cultivate the courage to define success on your own terms. Society often imposes certain benchmarks, wealth, status, popularity, but these metrics are superficial. True success is deeply personal. It's about living a life that aligns with your values, brings you fulfillment, and allows you to make a positive impact on others. Let me leave you with this. Every moment spent comparing yourself to others is a moment taken away from building the life you want. By focusing on your unique journey, you reclaim your energy, confidence, and purpose. Remember, you're not here to compete with anyone. You're here to become the best version of yourself. The next time you catch yourself falling into the comparison trap, pause. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that your journey is yours alone. Celebrate your progress, however small, and trust that as long as you keep moving forward, you're on the right path. The only person you need to impress is the one staring back at you in the mirror. The law of cause and effect. One of the most empowering principles of life is the law of cause and effect. Simply put, this universal law states that every action you take produces a corresponding result. It reminds us that our thoughts, decisions, and habits shape the reality we experience. When you focus on the right causes, the right effects naturally follow. Think about it. Your life today is a reflection of the choices you've made in the past. The career you're in, the relationships you have, your level of health and happiness, these are all effects of prior causes. This realization can be both humbling and empowering. Humbling because it highlights our role in creating our current circumstances, and empowering because it shows that we have the ability to change our future. To harness the power of this principle, it all begins with your mindset. Your thoughts are the seeds you plant in the garden of your mind. Positive, constructive thoughts lead to actions that produce growth and success. Conversely, negative or destructive thoughts lead to actions that hinder progress. If you want to change the effects in your life, you must start by changing the causes, your thoughts and beliefs. From there, it's about aligning your actions with your goals. Let's say you want to achieve financial freedom. You can't simply wish for it and hope it happens. You must take consistent actions, such as managing your money wisely, investing in your skills, or seeking opportunities for growth. These actions are the causes that will lead to the effect you desire. It's important to understand that this law works whether you believe in it or not. Just like gravity, it's always in operation. That's why it's crucial to be intentional about the causes you create. Many people unknowingly set themselves up for failure by cultivating habits of procrastination, negativity, or complacency. The law of cause and effect doesn't discriminate, it simply delivers the outcomes of your actions. Another powerful aspect of this principle is that it fosters accountability. When you embrace the idea that your life is shaped by your choices, you stop blaming external factors for your circumstances. You take ownership of your journey, recognizing that you have the power to create a better future. But remember, this law also requires patience. Just as a farmer doesn't reap a harvest the day after planting seeds, you won't see immediate results from your efforts. Success takes time and perseverance. Trust the process, knowing that consistent, focused action will eventually produce the outcomes you desire. The law of cause and effect is a guiding force that can transform your life. By focusing on the causes within your control, your thoughts, actions, and habits, you can create the effects you want to see. Take charge of your journey, plant the seeds of success today, and watch as your life blossoms into the vision you've always imagined. The value of self-improvement. Imagine for a moment that life is like climbing a mountain. Each step forward represents progress. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, and the summit is the realization of your full potential. But to ascend this mountain, one thing is essential: continuous self-improvement. Without it, we remain stagnant, trapped in the comfort of the base, while the view from the top remains just a dream. Self-improvement is the key to unlocking the doors of opportunity, achievement, and fulfillment. It's not about perfection, but progress, a commitment to becoming a better version of yourself each day. Yet many people underestimate its value, allowing routines, excuses, and complacency to hold them back. Today, let us explore why self-improvement is not just an option, but a necessity for living a meaningful and successful life. The journey of self-improvement begins with self-awareness. You cannot improve what you do not recognize. Take a moment to reflect. What are your strengths? What areas could use growth? What habits are serving you, and which are holding you back? Self-awareness is like a mirror. It shows us where we are and where we need to go. Without it, we risk wandering aimlessly, making little progress toward our goals. Once you have clarity about yourself, the next step is to embrace a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It shifts your perspective from "I can't" to "I can learn." Challenges become opportunities, failures turn into lessons, and success becomes a matter of perseverance rather than luck. With a growth mindset, self-improvement becomes a lifelong pursuit rather than a fleeting goal. Investing in yourself is another critical aspect of self-improvement. Think about it. We often invest time, energy, and resources into external things: our jobs, our possessions, our social lives. But how often do we invest in our own growth? Whether it's reading books, attending workshops, learning new skills, or seeking mentorship, self-investment is one of the highest returns on investment you can make. It's an acknowledgement that you are your greatest asset, and the more you enhance yourself, the more you can contribute to the world. Self-improvement is not without its challenges. It requires discipline, patience, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. Growth often feels uncomfortable because it pushes us beyond what we know. But this discomfort is a sign of progress. Just as muscles grow stronger through resistance, we grow stronger by facing and overcoming obstacles. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your potential. One of the most beautiful outcomes of self-improvement is that it not only benefits you, but also those around you. When you strive to be your best self, you inspire others to do the same. Your growth creates a ripple effect, elevating your relationships, community, and environment. By becoming better, you set an example and contribute positively to the world. Now, some may argue, what if I work on myself and still don't achieve my goals? This is a valid concern, but here's the truth. Self-improvement is not just about achieving specific outcomes. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle life's challenges with grace, adapt to change, and find fulfillment regardless of circumstances. The process itself is transformative, enriching your life in ways that go beyond tangible achievements. Self-improvement is a lifelong journey, not a destination. It requires commitment, effort, and faith in your ability to grow. But the rewards are immeasurable. Each step you take toward becoming a better version of yourself brings you closer to your dreams, your purpose, and the person you were meant to be. I challenge you today: invest in your growth. Read that book, take that course, adopt that habit. Seek out new knowledge, new experiences, and new perspectives. Embrace the discomfort of growth, knowing that it is a sign of progress. And above all, believe in your capacity to improve. The mountain of self-improvement is yours to climb. Start today, and one day, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. The courage to be authentic. In a world that constantly encourages conformity, where trends dictate actions and societal norms define success, One of the most courageous acts you can undertake is to be authentic. Authenticity is not just about being honest, it's about embracing who you truly are, unapologetically living your values, and expressing your unique essence. It's about shedding the masks we wear to fit in and standing confidently as ourselves. Why is authenticity so important? Because it is the foundation of a meaningful and fulfilling life. When you live authentically, you align your actions with your values, your choices with your desires, and your path with your purpose. You stop chasing the expectations of others and start pursuing what truly matters to you. And in that pursuit, you find freedom, the freedom to live a life that feels true and fulfilling. But authenticity requires courage. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to fit into predefined molds, whether by family, peers, or society. We're taught to value approval over self-expression, to prioritize belonging over individuality. As a result, we often hide parts of ourselves, fearing judgment, rejection, or failure. Yet the cost of living a life that's not your own is far greater than the fear of standing out. To be authentic, you must first understand yourself. This requires deep introspection. Ask yourself, who am I beneath the roles I play and the expectations I carry? What do I truly value? What kind of life do I want to create? These questions can be challenging, but they are essential. Self-awareness is the starting point of authenticity. Without it, you risk building a life that reflects someone else's vision, not your own. Once you have clarity, the next step is to live in alignment with your truth. This means making decisions that honor who you are, even when they're difficult. It might mean pursuing a career that aligns with your passions rather than societal prestige. It could mean expressing opinions that challenge the status quo or setting boundaries to protect your well-being. Authenticity often requires sacrifice, but the rewards, peace, joy, and self-respect are worth it. Of course, being authentic doesn't mean disregarding others or acting without consideration. It means expressing your truth with integrity and empathy. Authentic people are not arrogant or dismissive. They are grounded and self-assured. They respect others' differences while staying true to their own values. Living authentically also attracts the right people and opportunities into your life. When you show up as your true self, you create space for genuine connections. You no longer have to pretend or impress. You simply attract those who appreciate you for who you are. This authenticity builds stronger relationships, fosters trust, and enhances your overall happiness. The journey to authenticity is not without challenges. There will be moments when it feels easier to conform, when the opinions of others weigh heavily on your decisions. During these times, remind yourself that living authentically is not about pleasing everyone, it's about honoring your essence. The right people will support you, and the wrong ones will fade away. This is not a loss, it's a necessary part of living a life true to yourself. One of the most significant barriers to authenticity is the fear of failure or rejection. Many of us worry that if we show our true selves, we won't be accepted. But here's the truth. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs the real you. Your uniqueness is your greatest strength, and the courage to be authentic is what sets you apart. The courage to be authentic is a transformative force. It allows you to step into your power, live with integrity, and experience the freedom of being yourself. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. I challenge you today, embrace your authenticity. Take off the masks, silence the noise of external expectations, and listen to your inner voice. Celebrate your quirks, honor your values, and live boldly as the person you were meant to be. The world doesn't need you to be perfect, it needs you to be real. And when you have the courage to be authentic, you not only transform your own life, you inspire others to do the same. Thank you.